Chapter 21 You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. She wasn't mentally prepared. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations Sure Jean sneered at Song Fan, hear that. Serves you right for blabbering nonsense. Song Fan went speechless, life was hard sighed the assistant. Fu Xiuyuan glanced at Song Fan, who straightened his back promptly. I won't ever say such things again. The two of you are a perfect couple. Even the way you threw things at the TV was exactly the same. You're meant for each other. Fu Xiuyuan's expression gradually became gentle. He did not know how to coax Shi Jin, so he hugged her. His actions seemed a little stiff and he seemed worried to hurt her or afraid that she might attempt to run. Shi Jin reached her head out to look at Song Fan. That's more like it. I'm so sorry. Song Fan swallowed his pride. Fu Xiuyuan stared at him sternly. You are going to Africa. Song Fan's face paled. He did not want to go to Africa. Shi Jin really got him in trouble now. Shi Jin hurriedly interrupted Fu Xiuyuan. Xiuyuan, why don't you just punish him to make me 3 cups of juice since he looks sorry as it is? Before Fu Xiuyuan looked over, Song Fan hurriedly said, I'm right on it. Be right back. Shi Jin glanced at the chaos on the ground and said softly, Xiuyuan, what do we do about this? In hindsight, she sensed a heartache. Even though it did not cross her mind when she was smashing the stuff, it finally dawned on her that these things were worth an astronomical sum. She seemed to have smashed tens of millions worth of antiques. It pricked her heart. It's fine. If you like to throw things, there's more, said Fu Xiuyuan without even breaking a frown. No thanks. It breaks my heart to smash them. The moment Fu Xiuyuan held her hand, Shi Jin held it back. His dark eyes seemed calm and bright. Shi Jin had to admit how pleased she was with the outcome. The act was certainly worth it. Otherwise, it would be impossible to appease this angry lion. It would not have occurred to him how much Shi Jin cared about it. It was too bad that Song Fan had to take the fall. Song Fan quickly came back with fruit juice. Shi Jin passed him a glass. I can't drink that much. Why don't you drink this glass? She spoke quickly in a hushed tone when Song Fan took the juice, I'm really sorry. Allow me to offer you this juice as an apology. Don't worry. I will never let you get posted to Africa as long as I am around. Lo Song Fan was stunned. He instantly felt emotional when he looked at Shi Jin once more. Was his career going to meet with advancement? Shi Jin took the juice and went upstairs with Fu Xiuyuan. Fu Xiuyuan lowered his head when they got upstairs to see blood oozing from the back of her foot. He looked angry and swiftly bent to carry her. Hey, Xiuyuan, Shi Jin held his shoulder nervously. Was this it? Was this the start of their marital life? She was not mentally prepared yet. They still had to work on their relationship. She went limp and finally felt secure when she sensed the firm bed beneath her. Fu Xiuyuan grabbed her foot and wiped the blood off with cotton buds. Shi Jin then realized that she was injured. Shi Jin rubbed her face. She was honestly overthinking it. Fortunately, it was just a minor abrasion. Shi Jin exclaimed softly as he cleaned it with alcohol. Ow! It seemed as though a storm was brewing in Fu Xiuyuan's eyes, so Shi Jin said softly, I won't ever smash things again. It's fine to break stuff, but if I get hurt, both of us will be in pain. Fu Xiuyuan was holding a band-aid but his hands paused. Chapter 22 You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Chapter 21. She wasn't mentally prepared. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations Shi Jin sneered at Song Fan, hear that. Serves you right for blabbering nonsense. Song Fan went speechless, life was hard sighed the assistant. Fu Xiuyuan glanced at Song Fan, who straightened his back promptly. I won't ever say such things again. The two of you are a perfect couple. Even the way you threw things at the TV was exactly the same. You're meant for each other. Fu Xiuyuan's expression gradually became gentle. He did not know how to coax Shi Jin, so he hugged her. His actions seemed a little stiff and he seemed worried to hurt her or afraid that she might attempt to run. Shi Jin reached her head out to look at Song Fan. That's more like it. I'm so sorry. Song Fan swallowed his pride. Fu Xiuyuan stared at him sternly. You are going to Africa. Song Fan's face paled. He did not want to go to Africa. Shi Jin really got him in trouble now. Shi Jin hurriedly interrupted Fu Xiuyuan. Xiuyuan, why don't you just punish him to make me 3 cups of juice since he looks sorry as it is? Before Fu Xiuyuan looked over, Song Fan hurriedly said, I'm right on it. Be right back. Shi Jin glanced at the chaos on the ground and said softly, Xiuyuan, what do we do about this? In hindsight, she sensed a heartache. Even though it did not cross her mind when she was smashing the stuff, it finally dawned on her that these things were worth an astronomical sum. She seemed to have smashed tens of millions worth of antiques. It pricked her heart. It's fine. If you like to throw things, there's more, said Fu Xiuyuan without even breaking a frown. No thanks. It breaks my heart to smash them. The moment Fu Xiuyuan held her hand, Shi Jin held it back. His dark eyes seemed calm and bright. Shi Jin had to admit how pleased she was with the outcome. The act was certainly worth it. Otherwise, it would be impossible to appease this angry lion. It would not have occurred to him how much Shi Jin cared about it. It was too bad that Song Fan had to take the fall. Song Fan quickly came back with fruit juice. Shi Jin passed him a glass. I can't drink that much. Why don't you drink this glass? She spoke quickly in a hushed tone when Song Fan took the juice, I'm really sorry. Allow me to offer you this juice as an apology. Don't worry. I will never let you get posted to Africa as long as I am around. Song Fan was stunned. He instantly felt emotional when he looked at Shi Jin once more. Was his career going to meet with advancement? Shi Jin took the juice and went upstairs with Fu Xiuyuan. Fu Xiuyuan lowered his head when they got upstairs to see blood oozing from the back of her foot. He looked angry and swiftly bent to carry her. Hey, Xiuyuan, Shi Jin held his shoulder nervously. Was this it? Was this the start of their marital life? She was not mentally prepared yet. They still had to work on their relationship. She went limp and finally felt secure when she sensed the firm bed beneath her. Fu Xiuyuan grabbed her foot and wiped the blood off with cotton buds. Shi Jin then realized that she was injured. Shi Jin rubbed her face. She was honestly overthinking it. Fortunately, it was just a minor abrasion. Shi Jin exclaimed softly as he cleaned it with alcohol. Ow! It seemed as though a storm was brewing in Fu Xiuyuan's eyes, so Shi Jin said softly, I won't ever smash things again. It's fine to break stuff, but if I get hurt, both of us will be in pain. Fu Xiuyuan was holding a band-aid but his hands paused. Chapter 23 You are listening at novelfull.audio. Do I have a choice? Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations, I got 3. Thank God. I got 3 too. Let's team up. Haha. I got 1. Who else drew the same lot? Everyone felt fortunate not to get the same number as Shi Jin. All of them sounded relieved and the atmosphere seemed good on screen. Little Flag, what number did you get? Asked someone softly. Shin-Chi closed her eyes as she opened her lot. The instant she saw that it was 2 from the corner of her eye, she looked disappointed. She had strong self-restraint and did not ridicule Shi Jin, but she remained upset in her heart. However, she could not force Shi Jin to pick another team with the camera rolling. She was in a dilemma. Little Flag, shall we team up? Asked Hua Xian. The guy was relieved that he drew number 4. However, his joy did not last long when he realized that his team member was equally bad as Shi Jin. Hence, he promptly refused to team up with the contestant with the same lot. Hua Xian was a pretty good singer with consistently strong results, so he was far more popular than Shi Jin and the contestant he had to team up with. Shen Qi said, "It's up to Little Stone." Hua Xian glanced at Shi Jin. "What say you?" "I don't mind." Shi Jin seemed nonchalant and left them to team up. Shen Qi was clearly relieved and quickly walked away with Hua Xian. She seemed worried that Shi Jin might change her mind. Everyone else had formed teams, so only Shi Jin and another girl were left. Her name was Gu Qinghua. Since she had drawn number 4, she was supposed to team up with Hua Xian. However, Hua Xian was insistent, so Gu Qinghua was forsaken. Gu Qinghua was very good at songwriting and only that. She got nervous whenever she went on stage. It was understandable that Hua Xian did not want to work with her. Shi Jin was aware that Gu Qinghua was not an incompetent singer. Instead, her vocals were so good that they were recording quality. She simply got anxious the moment she went on stage and had to face the audience. Yu Guannan was powerless about her problem and had allowed her to perform whatever she could and kept his fingers crossed. If masks were not used to shield her from the audience's eyes, she probably would not have even made it past the top 30. Hence, Gu Qinghua was unconfident in nature. Despite her talent, she was too shy and introverted to speak. In her previous life, she only ranked slightly better than Shi Jin. She ended up cultivating a career backstage and struggled for ages before she became a renowned producer and songwriter. Gu Qinghua did not give up on her even in Shi Jin's worst moments in life. Although they barely knew each other through this competition, she even wrote a song for Shi Jin. It was not just a song that Shi Jin needed at that time. Instead, she was on her last legs. She merely managed to survive a little longer after Gu Qinghua gave her the song. However, Shi Jin felt forever indebted to her. She touched her mask before she walked over to Gu Qinghua and reached her hand out to say, "It seems we have to work together." Aren't you worried that I would pull your results down?" stammered Gu Qinghua a little when she raised her head to look at Shi Jin. "Do I have a choice?" Shi Jin smiled. Even though Shi Jin sounded powerless, Gu Qinghua knew that Shi Jin was trying to save her from embarrassment. Chapter 24 You are listening at novelfull.audio. Make her lose. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. The others could not help shaking their heads secretly when they saw Shi Jin team up with Gu Qinghua. One of them kept making trouble non-stop ever since the show started. The other performed well during rehearsals, but became a rookie when she went on stage. They were the perfect match from every angle. "From the looks of it, we won't come in last," said a male contestant confidently. His teammate beside him said, "But it's a real pity if Little Stone gets eliminated." Hua Xian glanced in Shi Jin's direction. Shi Jin's eyes were honestly beautiful and were filled with potential. Each time she looked at someone, it felt as though she could see right through them. They felt innocent and seductive. Hua Xian was open to the idea of working with Shi Jin if no elimination was involved. However, he had to focus on his career. He could not wreck it for the sake of a woman. He told the nosy Parkers, "Let's not waste time gossiping about others. This isn't gossip. It's the truth," said someone with their back facing the camera. Gu Qinghua shuddered to listen to this. "Don't be afraid." Shi Jin pulled her hand. Gu Qinghua raised her head to glance at Shi Jin meekly. She felt as though she could trust Shi Jin with even her heart. Shi Jin could not help laughing as she looked at her. Gu Qinghua was the one who had told Shi Jin this in her past life. She was merely saying the same thing to her now. After splitting them into teams, the cameras were removed. Deng Yufei ran over to Shi Jin. "Jin, how's your situation recently? After she performed Get Lost, Deng Yufei exaggeratedly told Fu Xiuyuan about it. Although he did not reply to her, Deng Yufei knew that Fu Xiuyuan heard her loud and clear. Repulse Bay Villa must have fallen into chaos. Since Deng Yufei was unable to enter Repulse Bay Villa recently and Shi Jin did not talk to her, she was unable to find out how things went down. She could only patiently wait till today. She was even more annoyed to find out that all the messages she sent Fu Xiuyuan were marked with a red exclamation mark. Fu Xiuyuan had blacklisted her. Deng Yufei felt particularly frustrated. Since there was nothing she could do about it, she could only plan first before she acted. "I'm good," said Shi Jin as she adjusted her mask. Even when she did not have to wear a mask for the show, she always wore her own mask to cover her scar. The moment Deng Yufei saw Shi Jin's actions, she felt relieved. The two of them probably got into a huge argument and Fu Xiuyuan must have hit her. It was only a matter of time before they broke up. She should focus her energies on the competition for now. If she performed dazzlingly, Fu Xiuyuan would pay her more attention and eventually fall for her. Deng Yufei said, "Jin, I'm glad you're fine. Weren't you going to give me one of your songs? Are you done working on it?" Deng Yufei might be a good singer, but she had zero talent as a songwriter. She was only able to do so well during the competition because Shi Jin wrote songs for her. Ever since Shi Jin was reborn, she wanted to stop writing music for her and make her lose. However, Shi Jin did not want to let Deng Yufei off easily at the thought that Deng Yufei had used her song to accuse her of plagiarism and caused her reputation to be destroyed in her past life. Moreover, Deng Yufei would still buy music from someone else even if Shi Jin stopped writing for her, so it was impossible to nip the problem at the bud. For now she would let Deng Yufei live a little longer. Chapter 25. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Little Stone was a stepping stone translator. Henyi Translations editor. Henyi Translations. It did not matter if Deng Yufei enjoyed greater success for now. It would hurt more if she fell from a greater height, right? Shi Jin smiled. "Shall I send it to you now?" "Nope. Why don't you print a copy for me tonight? Also, I can take the opportunity to help you ask Chu Ling out," said Deng Yufei hurriedly. No matter how Shi Jin sent Deng Yufei the music, it would leave evidence behind that might prove detrimental to Deng Yufei in the future, so she always insisted on Shi Jin giving hard copies. "Okay," agreed Shi Jin. Deng Yufei felt delighted inside when she saw Shi Jin's eagerness to see Chu Ling. Shi Jin would keep writing songs for her and become her stepping stone as long as she could bait her with Chu Ling. Little Stone was the perfect name. Was she not asking to get stepped on by Deng Yufei? At night, at the well-concealed backstage of the program. Chu Ling was here early. Deng Yufei had told him that Shi Jin was coming over to apologize for shaming him by performing Get Lost. Chu Ling's fans were all angry with Little Stone and scolding her non-stop. Chu Ling's competition picked up on this and kept mocking him, so Chu Ling felt embarrassed. Chu Ling made time from his busy schedule when he learned that Shi Jin wanted to apologize to him. Even though he had completely broken up with Shi Jin, he could not allow her to trample on his dignity. His agent had already set up a hidden camera to record Shi Jin's apology. After they had the recording, they would pose as paparazzi and spill it online to prove that Shi Jin was still Chu Ling's diehard fan. It certainly did not dawn on Chu Ling that Shi Jin would truly sever ties with him. Ever since Shi Xuexin had returned to the Shi family and gradually won Chu Ling's heart, Shi Jin never stopped at doing her utmost to win him back. Shi Jin was at the Repulse Bay Villa, drinking juice while enjoying the air conditioning and waiting for Fu Xiuyuan to come home. Fu Xiuyuan's tall silhouette finally appeared in the villa. His tall form was dressed in a custom-made suit that fitted his perfect lines flawlessly to accentuate his broad shoulders, thin waist, and straight long legs. The fabric on his legs would tighten slightly to show off the strong muscles under it when he walked. Song Fan followed closely behind him. After entering the door, Fu Xiuyuan's body stiffened, and he instantly halted when he caught sight of the couch. Shi Jin was dressed in comfy homewear sitting on the couch barefooted with her slippers off as she hugged a pillow. She was smiling with satisfaction after having some delicious juice. L.rg The motion from her long legs and her cute pink toes left Fu Xiuyuan's heart racing and sent ripples through his mind. Although there was no expression on his face and his eyes were filled with restraint, his breathing had quickened. He turned to walk out. Song Fan was stunned as he followed behind Fu Xiuyuan. Shi Jin saw Fu Xiuyuan as well. However, he left without coming over. The juice nearly slipped from her hand. What was going on? Fu Xiuyuan inhaled deeply at the door before he turned to enter. Just as Song Fan was about to follow behind him, he stopped Song Fan. You may go. Mr. Fu, didn't you say you had work to do? Fu Xiuyuan. The only thing I want to do is Jean. Chapter 26 You are listening at novelfull.audio. Use his popularity translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations, not anymore. Fu Xiuyuan stopped Song Fan from entering the villa. Song Fan did not oppose his orders and turned to leave. Fu Xiuyuan walked over gently and saw that the girl was still on the couch. She had merely adjusted herself to make herself comfier. The moment she saw him, she raised her head and smiled. Her eyes looked bright and starry as she smiled at him. After checking several times, he was finally certain that he was not mistaken. He was not dreaming either. Shi Jin genuinely was at home. She was obediently waiting for him to come back. Fu Xiuyuan felt so touched that his heart brimmed with contentment. It felt as though something was scratching it and making it feel tingly. Fu Xiuyuan, you're back. Shi Jin handed the glass of juice to him. I was waiting for you to come back for dinner. I'm famished. I'll come home earlier in the future. Fu Xiuyuan took the juice and held the cup so tightly that his fingertips turned white before they flushed red. After some time, he put down the glass and reached his hand to Shi Jin's ear, and pushed some stray hair behind it. Shi Jin smiled as she gazed at him. Fu Xiuyuan could see his reflection in her eyes. In just a minute, he had already decided which kindergarten to send their second child. Chu Ling kept waiting but Shi Jin did not turn up. Since he could not lower himself to contact Shi Jin, he told his talent agent to call Deng Yufei. Deng Yufei was planning on taking the new song from Shi Jin today. Initially, she intended to show up after she had apologized to Chu Ling, but she immediately went over when Chu Ling called. Ling, isn't Shi Jin here yet? Deng Yufei found this odd. Considering how much Shi Jin liked Chu Ling, how could she be late? Unless Fu Xiuyuan had stopped Shi Jin from leaving the villa. I'll ask her. Deng Yufei pulled out her phone. Shi Jin neither answered the phone nor replied to her text messages. There was no way Deng Yufei could get a hold of Shi Jin. Chu Ling was a busy man. After he wasted so much time waiting for Shi Jin, she had stood him up. He was instantly pissed. Fei, are you sure it was Shi Jin's idea to see me? It was definitely her idea. Deng Yufei detected something from the look in his eyes. Do you think I wanted to see you so that I could rub off your fame? Lights flashed and the sound of snapping could be heard the moment she finished her sentence. Deng Yufei and Chu Ling both hurriedly raised their hands and covered their faces. There's paparazzi. Chu Ling's agent instantly realized what was going on, so he rushed over to protect Chu Ling. Deng Yufei was shocked too. How could this happen? No one knew about the meeting. Would Chu Ling's agent believe her? She glared at Deng Yufei angrily before she helped Chu Ling leave. Deng Yufei explained anxiously, Ling, lie, I really didn't intend on using you. Chu Ling looked angry after he walked out. Chu Ling's talent agent, Hu Lai, said hurriedly, I really didn't expect Deng Yufei to resort to this. I will talk to the paparazzi and buy those pictures. Chu Ling looked furious as he put on his mask and shades carefully. It was one thing if Shi Jin did not show up, but how could Deng Yufei attempt to rub off his popularity? Hu Lai said, Ling, you have already helped Deng Yufei a lot, so it's no problem for her to work in the music industry. I think you should keep a distance from her now. Deng Yufei was just Chu Ling's cousin, so she was unable to help Chu Ling with his popularity and there was nothing else they could exploit from her. To a certain degree, she was not as useful to Chu Ling as Shi Jin was. Chapter 27 You are listening at novelfull.audio. No one was allowed to exploit him. Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations Deng Yufei had arranged for paparazzi to turn up and take pictures of her private meeting with Chu Ling, so she had genuinely crossed the line with Chu Ling and his talent agency. Chu Ling initially planned on getting Deng Yufei to sign with his talent agency after the competition. However, from the looks of it now, it was a bad idea. He could not stand by and let her leech off him and use his fame. Deng Yufei was even more upset than Chu Ling. She did not arrange for any paparazzi to come tonight. Also, Shi Jin was the one who picked the rendezvous point. She already guessed that Chu Ling and Hu Lai would arrange for a hidden camera to capture images of Shi Jin's apology and confession of love. No matter how it was released to the public, Fu Shiyuan would definitely see it. Why would she invite the paparazzi since it was redundant? Shi Jin. Don't tell me she was behind this. Deng Yufei was startled at the possibility. However, Shi Jin was ignoring her, so she could not get into Repulse Bay Villa. After Deng Yufei went back to the hostel, someone from the production team told her, Little Raindrop, your performance with Chu Ling has been cancelled. He will do it with Wen Yongwei instead. How is that possible? I drew the lot. Deng Yufei was in shock. There was a mistake, so we changed things up. No one cared to listen to her and decided on their own. BL.net Deng Yufei was only able to get the lucky lot because of Chu Ling so that she could advance more easily. After all, performing with someone with a fanbase like Chu Ling's meant that his fans would vote for her if he cued them. Otherwise, why would it be called a lucky lot? Wen Yongwei had performed well and came in first. Even though she was a good singer-songwriter, she did not have the good fortune of getting the lucky lot to perform with Chu Ling. Instead, Deng Yufei was the one who got it. Deng Yufei was dead meat now. Chu Ling was not going to help her anymore. It did not matter whether Deng Yufei had called the paparazzi. If Chu Ling and his talent agent believed it to be the truth, she was done for. Shi Jin was having dinner with Fu Shiyuan while Deng Yufei fumed anxiously. She glanced at the time and knew it was almost time. It was impossible for her to apologize to Chu Ling. She recalled in her past life that paparazzi had secretly entered the program's backstage tonight to take photos of the performers. Since she did not perform Get Lost for Chu Ling at that time, she did not apologize to Chu Ling either. Instead, someone secretly took photos of her confessing to Chu Ling. That was the reason she told Deng Yufei to meet Chu Ling. It was down to luck for them to get filmed by the paparazzi. She smiled as she contemplated. The man sitting across him was eating when his chopsticks hovered in the air as he looked at her profoundly with his dark eyes. Shi Jin smiled and said, Shiyuan, why don't we come home to have dinner whenever we are free? A look of surprise swept across the man's eyes before it surged wildly until he finally said, Aha. Shi Jin smiled as she lowered her head to dig in. Fu Shiyuan had a severe case of bipolar disorder, also known as manic-depressive illness. In a word, he was both bipolar and depressed. This illness made him highly temperamental. He would swing between depression and rage in a split second. Even the doctors were clueless about when he would relapse or predict its outcome. Chapter 28 You are listening at novelfull.audio. Since when were you worried? Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi translations Fu Xiuyuan was already unwell, but he led a hectic life running a large company like the Fu Corporation, and Shi Jin often did things to agitate him, so he failed to eat punctually. Judging from the timeline, he ought to have already started to suffer from serious gastritis. Sufferers of gastritis had to eat regularly, so Shi Jin made time to come home and made sure he did not skip his meals. Shi Jin was not going to stand by and wait for tragedy to unfold like she did in her past life. The combined singing competition was about to commence in a few days when Shi Jin received a call from the Shi family, who told her to head to the hospital. She called her talent agent to help her take time off from the program. Yao Jiehong spoke lazily, "Since when were you worried about the production team missing you?" Shi Jin went speechless. "Never mind. The production team was probably accustomed to her sudden absence." She kept thinking about her grandfather, so she packed a few things and went to the hospital. After she reconciled with Fu Xiuyuan, she had a lot more freedom. Fu Xiuyuan would let her leave the villa as long as she was not meeting Chu Ling. Shi Jin still had ties with the Shi family. Other than her vendetta with them, she still cared about old Master Shi a lot. Shi Jin was born during the time when her parents were busy with their careers and did not have the time to take care of her. Since Shi Jin was brought up by her grandfather, she was not very close to her parents. Despite being a decisive family head all his life, old Master Shi ended up becoming increasingly genial in his old age, so he treated Shi Jin well. That was the reason her parents often got disappointed with Shi Jin and quickly became close to Shi Xuexin after reuniting with her. After he lost his sight and was unable to support Shi Jin, life at the Shi residence became tough for her. Benevolent Hospital was one of the best hospitals in the capital. Old Master Shi was here recuperating. Yu Xiuhua and Shi Xuexin routinely visited Old Master Shi about 2 to 3 times a month. Old Master Shi's condition was unstable today. Since he was unable to see, he was in a bad mood and kept throwing a temper, so Yu Xiuhua and Shi Xuexin only stayed in the room briefly. Yu Xiuhua asked, "Why isn't Shi Jin back yet?" Someone replied softly, "I already called her. She's probably on her way. She is always in a hurry to get somewhere, but so slow when it comes to visiting her grandfather. To think he doted on her so much." Yu Xiuhua was still upset after old Master Shi scolded her out of the blue, so she naturally took it out on Shi Jin. "Mom, Jin is appearing on Ling's show now, so she probably doesn't have much free time." "Don't blame her," said Shi Xuexin gently. Shi Xuexin's delicate nose and mouth made her features look graceful, and she strongly resembled Yu Xiuhua when she was young. She looked free of desire and had no care for material things, so she sounded particularly convincing when she spoke. The moment she spoke, it sounded absolutely impartial. Yu Xiuhua could not help saying, "Don't you know why Shi Jin is taking part in this show? You have to keep an eye on Chu Ling and ensure that she doesn't get her way. I trust that Ling won't betray me." She implicitly admitted that Shi Jin's actions were inappropriate, but she did not view her as a competitor. Yu Xiuhua nodded happily. Although her biological daughter grew up in a tiny town with the Li family, she was always refined. Chapter 29. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Haven't we broken up? Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations Shi Xuexin had access to good education since she grew up in the Li family. She was cultured and had a lot of achievements. Yu Xiuhua was delighted with her daughter. Sure enough, her biological daughter was a cut above the rest. After the Shi family hired experts to teach Shi Xuexin, she improved in leaps and bounds to win high praise from the elite circles. Everyone agreed that how far someone could go in life certainly hinged on DNA and not other external factors. Otherwise, why would Shi Jin end up useless even after being brought up by the Shi family for years? In comparison, Shi Xuexin was highly talented. Both of them were wrapped in thought when they saw a silhouette moving as Shi Jin headed towards them. Shi Jin was dressed in a simple white shirt with one end tucked casually into her jeans and looked particularly laid back. She had beautiful long hair and striking eyes. People could not help turning to look at her. However, she wore a mask so that no one could see her face. This triggered their sense of curiosity even more. Shi Xuexin smiled as she said, "Hi." Since she knew what Shi Jin looked like, she did not feel threatened by her stunning eyes. Shi Jin glanced at her before she walked past Shi Xuexin and Yu Xiuhua and headed straight for the hospital ward. Yu Xiuhua was furious. That rude girl. I should have driven her out of the family ages ago. She should not have gotten soft-hearted and allowed Shi Jin to stay and ended up keeping a troublemaker around. Old Master Shi was throwing a temper when Shi Jin went in and refused to take medicine. The nurses were doing their utmost to persuade him. "Leave it to me," said Shi Jin genially. The nurse went into a daze briefly when she saw her stunning eyes. She hurriedly gave Shi Jin the medicine in relief. "Shi Jin." Old Master Shi's voice finally sounded warm. "Hi, Grandpa." Shi Jin sat down beside him. Old Master Shi sneered, "Have you finally come to see me? You have no conscience." Instead, Shi Jin smiled and said softly, "Yes, I have no conscience. Come on. Take your meds." Old Master Shi's condition was unstable because he did not take medicine regularly. He had lost his sight due to illness. It started with blurred vision before he went blind completely. He needed help with everything down to using the bathroom. How could a proud man stand living like that? Also, time went by particularly slowly for patients who had lost their sight. Since he could not do anything on his own, his temperament changed and he became short-tempered and had mood swings. The highly paid nurses all tolerated his short fuse. However, the rest of the Shi family naturally did not visit often. Old Master Shi took his medicine with Shi Jin's help. "How are things doing between you and Chu Ling?" Since Old Master Shi was blind and people kept hiding things from him, he knew very little about things. "Didn't we break up ages ago?" said Shi Jin nonchalantly. Old Master Shi's ears had become particularly sharp now, so he could tell she was speaking the truth. "Good. Don't waste your time on the wrong guy." Shi Jin chatted with Old Master Shi a little more before she applied some eye drops for him. If anyone else came with new medicine, Old Master Shi would keep asking about every detail from its ingredients, company, expiry date, and side effects before he agreed to use it. He even had to open it personally. Chapter 30. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Where is the song you were going to give me? Translator. Henyi Translations Editor. Henyi Translations. Old Master Shi did not ask when Shi Jin wanted to apply eye drops for him. Instead, he raised his head and let her do it. Shi Jin could not help feeling sad when she saw his lifeless eyes. However, everything would work out soon, very soon. She handed the eye drops to the nurse and instructed her to apply them for Old Master Shi regularly and told her not to use any other eye drops except hers. The nurse acknowledged right away. In any case, no eye drops were prescribed to Old Master Shi, so it would not hurt for him to apply them. Yu Xiuhua and Shi Xuexin were still around when Shi Jin walked out of the room. Shi Xuexin asked with concern, "Jin, I heard you are on the same show as Ling. Are you going to wrap things up soon?" She had already heard that the competition had high standards, so Shi Jin would probably get kicked out soon. Shi Jin glanced at her calmly. Yu Xiuhua was displeased with the way she was looking at her daughter. She interrupted, "It's fine if you want to keep living with us. In any case, the Shi family can afford to feed another mouth. However, it's an embarrassment that you haven't even graduated from middle school. Since you are still a Shi, you can't disgrace us. The moment the program is over, you are going back to school." Shi Jin thought about the Li family after she left the hospital. She had already investigated them. Her biological parents were overseas and unable to return for the time being. Her father was sick, so they were trying to get him treated. If she had more time to concoct her father's medicine, there would be a greater chance of success, so she was in no hurry to reunite with them. Since she had lived at Sher residence for so long, she was not opposed to staying a little longer for the sake of old Master Sher. After she left the hospital, Deng Yufei finally managed to find her. She grabbed Sher Jin. "Where have you gone? Why haven't you replied to any of my messages? You know I don't have that much freedom at Repulse Bay Villa." Deng Yufei could not suppress her anger. "You should have at least told me that you couldn't meet Chu Ling. Also, why did the paparazzi turn up during the meeting? You were the one who picked the meeting place." "What paparazzi? I don't know anything about them. I had such a hard time coming out today." Sher Jin's eyes seemed particularly innocent. In any case, she could push all the blame on Fu Xiuyuan. Considering Fu Xiuyuan's distant personality, she did not have to worry about him giving Deng Yufei any explanation. Deng Yufei ended up believing it was pure coincidence. Fu Xiuyuan was an uncontrollable factor and Sher Jin truly did not have complete freedom. "Did the paparazzi take pictures of you and Chu Ling? Will this affect you?" Sher Jin sounded particularly concerned and her eyes looked genuinely worried. Since Deng Yufei wanted to bait Sher Jin, she had to offer some half-truths, so she told her about her lucky lot getting revoked. Sher Jin comforted her a little. "Where is the song you were going to give me?" Now that she had lost the chance to perform with Chu Ling, an amazing song was even more important to her. "Here you go." Sher Jin handed the song to her. "It's all set." As for Sher Jin's score with Deng Yufei, she would settle it one by one when the time was ripe. Deng Yufei's mood finally lifted as she said, "Come on. You have to go to a meeting with me. I have found you a good company with great talent agents. They are very keen on seeing you too."